If your toilet randomly runs in the middle of the night or sounds like it refills every 20 minutes, that's not normal. Now, I'm not talking about this type of running. I'm talking about that annoying sound of the toilet constantly filling back up again. And here's what most people don't realize. A running toilet isn't just annoying, it wastes lots of water and can cost you hundreds of dollars. Today, I'm going to show you the top 4 reasons why toilets keep running and how to fix each one. And stay till the end because I'll show you a bonus trick that lets you change a fill valve in less than 1 minute with no tools. So let's get going. Almost every running toilet comes down to either one small adjustment or replacing a worn part. And the nicest part is you don't need a plumber or any experience to do this. So reason number 1 is the water level is too high. This is the first thing I check because you can spot it in seconds. And here's what's happening. If the tank fills too high, the extra water spills into the overflow tube. That water goes straight into the bowl and the fill valve keeps running on to replace it over and over. Now here's how to check for it. Look at the overflow tube in the center of the tank. That's this tube right here. Now today we're going to be using parts made from a company called Fluidmaster, and according to their installation instructions, they recommend the water level should stop about ½ an inch below the top of that tube. If water is flowing into it, the toilet will never stop running. Now here's how we're going to fix it. First of all, we're going to adjust the fill valve float. That's this part right here. Now most modern fill valves like this one have a simple screw on top that will adjust the level of the water that goes into the tank. And all you have to do is turn the screw to the left or counterclockwise if you want less water in your tank so it stops before it gets to the top of the overflow tube. Now you can measure the ½ inch and put a mark, but it doesn't have to be that precise. If you make a good estimate, that's good enough. After you adjust it, then flush once and check to see how high the water is from the top of the tube when it fills the tank back up. If you need to lower it some more, then turn the screw again and repeat the process until you have the water at the ½ inch mark. And if this fixes your problem, congratulations, you're done. If you still have the occasional running problem, let's go to reason number 2. And that might be a leaking or a worn flapper. Now this is the most common long-term cause of a running toilet. Now here's what's happening. The flapper, it seals the water in the tank. If it doesn't seal completely, even a slow leak will cause the tank to lose water and it forces the toilet to keep refilling it. Now here's how to spot it. With the lid off, just don't touch anything and just watch. Flush your toilet, and if you see ripples or bubbles after it fills up or movement in the bowl long after the flushing, the flapper is probably leaking or damaged. Now the most common causes of a damaged flapper is they just get old or this rubber gets stiff or mineral starts to build up. Also, look and make sure that you don't have something under the flapper like a piece of dirt or part of the chain. Just lift up the flapper and check to see if something's under it that's stopping it from covering the pipe completely. If there's nothing stopping the flapper from covering the pipe, but it looks like the flapper is getting old or worn, let's go ahead and just remove it and put a new one on. You won't believe how easy this is. First, let's turn off the water by shutting off the valve to the supply line. Then flush the tank. You want to make sure that you replace the flapper with the correct size and style. You'll normally see either 2-inch or 3-inch size flappers at your local hardware or plumbing stores. So when all the water is drained from the tank, then reach in and lift up the flapper or push down the handle and hold it up so it raises the flapper. Then measure the pipe under the flapper. This one here is a 3-inch pipe, so I bought a 3-inch flapper. This one also has an adjustment on the bottom of the flapper that I like, so you can set how much water is being flushed out each time. The flapper will stay up longer if you want a stronger flush. Now this fix usually solves most running toilets. If you still have the problem with running toilet, let's move to reason number 3. And that's the chain is just simply too tight or the flapper is misaligned. This one causes a lot of frustration because everything just looks okay. But what's happening is if the chain is too tight, the flapper never fully closes and it doesn't make a tight seal on the pipe. If it's twisted or rubbing the overflow tube, it can hold the flapper open just enough to leak. Now your chain, you want to have about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of slack on it. That means it should not be tight like this. The flapper should lift freely and drop flat on its own. Too tight is just as bad as being broken. This fix takes seconds and can stop a toilet that's been running for years. Now, if the first 3 things look good, the last reason, the most popular reason, is the fill valve is just simply wore out. And here's how you can normally tell. You'll hear a hissing or a whining noise when it's filling up, or the tank just takes way too long to fill. It's so slow. But just make sure that your supply line valve is fully open, and that's not the cause of a slow fill. Another common symptom is your toilet will start to refill again hours later after you flushed it, or it won't shut off cleanly. Fill valves don't last forever. But here's the good news. Replacing one is simple and one of the most reliable repairs you can make. Now, if you're in a bind and you don't have a new fill valve, you can check the rubber washer that's under the top of the fill valve and clean it. Sometimes dirt or mineral buildup can get under it and it'll stop it from working properly. All you have to do is just turn off your supply line valve and remove the water from your tank by flushing it. Next, remove the adjusting screw just by popping it off the clip. Then hold the lever up and then hold on to the bottom of the fill valve to keep it from moving and turn the top about 1/4 of a turn to the left or counterclockwise. Then lift the top off and look at the rubber washer. You can remove it with your finger or a screwdriver. Just be careful you don't bend this metal pin. Then clean it off real good and put it back together, making sure there's no dirt or debris inside the fill valve. Then just put it back the same way you took it off and give it a slight turn clockwise and put the adjusting screw back on. Now turn the supply line back on to full and test out your toilet. Now this works in a pinch and some people replace just the washer with a new one. But if you can see these other washers inside the bottom of the fill valve, normally if the big rubber washer is bad, I'll change out the whole fill valve with a new one because the bottom ones are probably bad also. That way nothing else can go bad and everything is new. Now here's a bonus. I'm going to show you how to change out a fill valve in less than 1 minute. But this only works one specific way, so pay attention. This works only if the bottom shank and the lock nut are still good. Make sure they're not leaking. And you replace it with the exact same fill valve. For example, if your toilet already has the Fluidmaster 400 like this one, you can replace just the top section with another Fluidmaster 400. So this is how it's done. Just turn off your water supply valve, flush your tank, remove the fill tube from the overflow pipe. Now pull up on the locking plastic clamp that's on the screw shaft of the fill valve. Then twist the top section off and pull up. Then take your new fill valve with the top portion and drop your new matching top in place. Make sure the top of the fill valve is 3 inches from the top of the overflow pipe, just like this shows here. Now, turn the water back on and test the toilet by flushing it, and you're done. No wrenches, no tank removal, no tools. Now, if the bottom of the fill valve is cracked or leaking, this doesn't apply. You need to replace the whole fill valve. But if it's good, then this trick is awesome. If this helped your toilet problem or save you money, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already so you can get notified every time I upload another video for some real home level fixes without nonsense. If you want to order the exact or similar part that I use in this video, then you'll see a little box on the bottom right corner right down here of this video that says products. Just click on that and you can order them right there. It really helps out the channel. And if the products you need are not there, then you can look in the description down below for links to the products and tools that I use. Also, check out our newly redesigned Amazon storefront. It's been set up for easy browsing and quick results. Products are organized to help you shop smarter and faster, and it's updated weekly with practical products for DIYers, professionals, homeowners, hobbyists, and everyday use, whether it's tools, home solutions, or other helpful products. And don't forget to share this video with someone else. And check out my other videos with this link up here in the corner. You might find just the video you need for the project that you're working on or getting ready to work on. Well, thanks for watching. You take care and God bless.